One thing I learned a while ago is that you don't step into other people's spotlight. There's actually two types of people that step into the world, or two types of people step into the room. First person walks into the room. He says, hey, everybody, look at me. I'm somebody special. I'm somebody great. But you know what? People don't care. They don't feel the same way about you. They don't care. But the other person that walks into the room, he's shaking hands, he's talking to people, he is finding out about their families, he's listening to about their vacations, and he's basically saying, hey, everybody, I see you. You're somebody special. You're great. And you know what? Everybody loves that person. They love and like that person. That's the kind of person you want to be when you walk into the room. You know, I see with people of color sometimes, we struggle with that we're not seen. We're invisible. So we struggle with that. So it's hard for us to focus on somebody else when people aren't focusing on us. But it doesn't matter. The same principle applies. If you want people to value you, you got to value them first. If you want people to see you, you've got to see them first. In my life, I've seen people, and they're constantly getting into these conflicts around every corner, every situation. It just goes on and on and on. It's exhausting to watch. And I'm listening to these conflicts. And these conflicts, for the mere reason, is that they're trying to be seen. And they don't want somebody else to be seen. They don't want somebody else to have the light. They're taking somebody else's light away from them. And when they go and try to snatch somebody's light away from them, there's this conflict. You know, somebody will say, I went on this vacation to this place. And then they'll come up and say, well, that's where you chose? Well, where I went was better and I spent more money. You wasted your time there. So there's this conflict. You just snatch somebody's light from them. They're not going to like that. So now they're irritated with you. And you know what? You just created an enemy because you wouldn't let them have their moment, talk about their vacation and enjoy it with them. You know, myself, I've got endless amount of relationships. I told you this before. I connect with many people on many different levels. And the reason why, in part, is because I don't take people's light from them. If somebody's talking about their vacation, I listen. I'm interested. If they're talking about their kids, I want to know. If they're talking about the promotion or whatever's going on in their job, I'm hearing it. Even if they don't ask me a lot of questions, it doesn't matter. I focus on them because it's interesting and you can learn a lot. But even so, this is how you build a relationship, build a bridge between cultures. You listen, you pay attention, you ask questions, you show interest, you keep the spotlight on them. And what happens is, when I keep the spotlight on somebody else, you know what happens? I'm not invisible to that person. When I keep the spotlight on somebody else, you know what happens? I have value with that person. Sometimes it's odd. Sometimes I barely even talk in some situations, like at a party or whatever. I barely talk in some situations. And I'll hear sometime later somebody says, man, you were just the neatest guy. And I'm thinking, that's interesting because I didn't say much. They don't know much about me. They don't really know how neat I am. They just know how I made them feel. So if you want to be visible, treat somebody else as invisible. Shine the light on them. If you want value, you want to be treated as a valuable person, then shine a light on them. Treat them as valuable. It's that simple.